Welcome to the online classes. This is Pandit and today we are going to do the revision on the chapter called as synthetic fiber and plastic. So in this chapters we are going to discuss about what do you mean with the fiber and types of the fiber. Within the types of fiber mainly we are going to focus upon the rayon, nylon, acrylic and polyester. Then after we are going to discuss what are the characteristics properties of a synthetic fiber, what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages. Then after we are going to discuss about what you mean by the plastic, kinds of plastic like thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic and their applications, and what are the advantages and disadvantages. Then after what are the impact of an plastic upon the environment. Okay, so let's start the session. First we should know what you mean by the fiber. So in earlier classes we discussed already, fiber is nothing but a thin strand of thread we can call as a fiber. It may be from the nature or it may be prepared in the laboratory. Okay, if you got a fiber from the nature like from the animal or from the plant, then it is said to be a natural fiber. Example for the natural fiber, we can take hemp. I am talking about the plant fiber like a hemp, flax and jute. These are the example of plant fiber. So again one more kind of natural fiber which we can obtain by the animal like silkworm and sheep. From the sheep we can get a fiber called as wool. Similarly the fiber which is obtained by the silkworm is called as a silk. And today we are going to discuss about another kind of fiber, that is synthetic fiber. Synthetic fiber. So what do you mean by the synthetic fiber? Synthetic fiber is nothing but it's a fiber which is prepared in the laboratory by using the different kind of the raw material. So generally synthetic fiber is made up of small unit, okay, which is called as monomer. This small unit you can call as monomer. This one single unit is there, this one we can call as monomers. N number of monomers joined together and they will form a long chain. This long chain we can call as polymer. What we can call? We can call as polymer. So monomer means what? A single unit of polymer is said to be monomer, and this n number of monomers combined together and they will form a long chain which we can call as polymer. Here remember, poly in the sense, poly is nothing but many. So here what happens, many monomer will combine together and they will form a long unit said to be unit called as polymer. So in this way synthetic fiber are made up of. So synthetic fiber are made up of small unit called as monomer, and how they are joined? They are joined in a line structure, linear form. This is called as linear synthetic fiber. One more is crisscross we can call. So small units combine together and they will form a large unit called as polymer. So synthetic fiber again further classified into different types. So within that first one is rayon. Rayon is a type of synthetic fiber. So how it is prepared? So it is prepared half of the raw material taken from the nature, that is we are taking wood pulp. Okay, and one more thing is half of the raw material generally we are using different type of chemicals. Okay, both they will combine and they will form the rayon. Okay, and remember this rayon looks like silk. So hence it is called as artificial silk. Hence rayon is also called as artificial silk. Why? Because it resembles the properties of silk. This is about the rayon. How they are prepared? They will prepare by using the wood pulp. And different type of the chemicals. Okay, some some raw material for the preparation of rayon is taken by the nature, some by the different type of the chemicals. Hence it is also called as semi synthetic fiber. Hence rayon is also called as semi synthetic fiber. So where the rayon will use, actually uses of rayon we can see in terms of they can use to prepare the carpets, different type of cloths, somewhere one more where we can see bed sheets. So rayon is used to prepare in the manufacture of carpets, cloths and the bed sheets. In this area we can see the uses of the rayon. Okay, so rayon is called as semi synthetic fiber. Why it is semi synthetic? In the sense, some of the raw material they will take from the nature and some they will use different type of the chemicals. Hence it is called semi synthetic. And similarly rayon is called as artificial silk. Why it is called as artificial silk? In the sense, it resembles almost all the properties of what? Silk. Hence it is said to be semi synthetic fiber. How they will prepare? Wood pulp and other chemicals. Where we can see the usage of the rayon in the sense in terms of carpets, cloths and bed sheets. Okay, and remember what are the special character means? It is easy to maintain. Rayon we can maintain very easily without taking much care about the rayon. One more thing is it is cheaper in price. Okay, compared to the silk, price will be somewhat less compared to the silk. This is about the rayon. Okay, rayon is called as semi synthetic fiber, artificial silk. How they will prepare? By using the wood pulp and different kind of the chemicals. Okay, where they will use? In the manufacturing of carpet and manufacturing of different kind of the cloths. One more is in the manufacturing of bed sheets. Next synthetic fiber is nylon. So remember, in the first case, I mean in the rayon, we prepared some amount of raw material from the nature, some from the different type of the chemicals from the lab. In terms of nylon, without using any natural resources, I mean without taking any raw material from the nature, I mean from the plant or animal, we can prepare the nylon. Nylon is prepared in the 1931st. In the year of 1931st, without any raw material from the nature. It means from the animal or from the plant. Okay, by using the coal, water and air, they prepared the nylon. Nylon is a very strong synthetic fiber. It's a flexible, which has a more longitudinal strength. Okay, so it is completely man-made synthetic fiber. What are the properties of nylon here? It has a lustrous, it means it has a shining property and it is a stronger. I said right now it has a strong longitudinal strength. It means we can apply any load for the nylon. We can use instead of iron thread also. So it has a stronger, it has a strength in such a way that similarly like a iron thread. Then after, it is easy to wash. Okay, and where we can see the application of nylon in terms of socks, rock climbing ropes, toothbrushes, car seat belts, curtains, parachutes. In different type of material, they will use the nylon. So nylon is completely man-made fiber without using any raw material from the nature. I mean without using any raw material like from the animal or plant, we can prepare the nylon by using the coal, water and air. Okay, and what are the properties? Shining property, stronger than the iron thread, easy to wash. Where we can see the usage of the nylon in terms of socks, ropes, toothbrushes, car seat belts, curtains, parachutes, etc. Rock climbing ropes also they used to prepare using the nylon. Next synthetic fiber, So now we are going to discuss one more kind of synthetic fiber, that is polyester. So how the polyester is prepared in the sense, remember polyester is made up of n number of monomers called as ester. N number of monomers are joined together and they will form a single large chain like structure called as polyester. Okay, which is a monomer in terms of polyester? Nothing but ester. Ester is a monomer of an polyester. So what is the properties of polyester in the sense, it is an wrinkle resistance. Wrinkle resistance means it won't get folded very easily. Okay, polyester is a wrinkle resistance one. One more is it is easy to wash and it is very suitable for the making cloth. We can see different kind of the polyester cloths. Okay, especially within the polyester we have a material called as terylene. Terylene used to prepare the different kind of the cloths, and they are going to mix the terylene with an natural fiber like a cotton, wool or silk, and they will get a some different kind of the fiber called as blended fiber. So generally terylene they will mix with an cotton and they will prepare called as terrycot. Terry from the terylene, cotton from the cot here, terrycot we can say. Similarly terylene is mixed with an wool and they used to get an terry wool. Similarly terylene plus silk is equal to terry silk, and these all mixed fibers are there that is said to be blended fiber. So within the polyester we have one more kind called as polyethylene terephthalate. Polyethylene terephthalate, it has a application. They will use to prepare PET they will use to prepare in terms of bottles, some utensils, wires, and one more is films and flex. In this area we can see the application of polyethylene terephthalate. Okay, acrylic is another synthetic fiber. Acrylic is another synthetic fiber which is called as artificial wool. So why it is called as artificial wool? In the sense, this acrylic resembles the properties of the what? Normal wool. So as we know the properties of wool, like heat resistance, like air resistance. Okay, normally we can see different kind of the blankets or else shawls which is prepared by the animal wool. Normally we used to wear in the winter season. Okay, so they given your application sweater, we can prepare the different kind of the you can prepare the sweater by using the acrylic, or else we can prepare the shawls and blankets by using the acrylic. One more thing is remember one more thing is you should remember that when we are talking about the natural fiber, we can see a particular number of colors, but whereas by using this acrylic we can prepare the various n number of colors. Why? Because we can dye it in any color. That is also one of the advantages of this acrylic. So it is called as artificial wool. Why? Because it resembles the properties of wool. Okay, so now we discussed about the 4 types of synthetic fiber: nylon, rayon, acrylic, polyester. Okay, now we are going to discuss what are the properties of synthetic fiber. What are the characteristic properties of synthetic fiber? First one is they are very cheap. So compared to the natural fiber like a wool, which is obtained by the animal, or else like a silk, compared to these two natural fiber, this is quite less expensive. Okay, that is the first properties, first advantages of the synthetic fiber. One more thing is they are durable. They are durable means we can use them for a long time. Okay, and third one is easy to wash. Remember, if you take an wool or else silk, while washing we should take a lot of care while washing, also while maintaining them also. But in case of the synthetic fiber, we can wash them very easily. One more thing is available in various colors. As I mentioned earlier, we can get natural fiber only in a particular color, but in the synthetic fiber we can dye them into various colors. These are the advantages of synthetic fiber. Similarly, as advantages we have disadvantages also. If you take an synthetic fiber, they will catch fire very easily, so we can't use them. We can't use polyester cloths nearby the fire, or else polyester cloths in the kitchen room. Why? Because they can catch fire very easily. One more thing is they melt on heating. When they will catch the fire, they will melt and there is a chance of sticking upon our skin. so it cannot leave our skin. Okay, once it catch fire, definitely it will be harmful to our body. So hence we should not wear polyester cloth, especially when we are working in the kitchen or else when we are working near the fire. These are the disadvantages of synthetic fiber. Okay, now we are going to discuss next concept called as plastic. Okay, so what do you mean by the plastic? Actually, it is also polymer like synthetic fiber. It is also polymer like a synthetic fiber which can be removed. It means we can melt them and we can remold into various sizes and shapes, even various colors also we can remold them. That is nothing but a plastic. Okay, again within the plastic we can see the different types of plastic. Here they given the two kinds. One is a thermoplastic, another is an thermosetting plastic. How many kinds of plastics are there? Two kinds are there. One is thermoplastic, second one is thermosetting plastic. What do you mean by the thermoplastic? Means sense, remember, after the usage, after a long time, if you want to melt them, if you want to convert them to one more shape by the melting, if it is melted, if it is possible to remold it back again, then it is said to be thermoplastic. What is the difference between thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic? In a sense, thermoplastic in a sense we can remold them into various shapes and sizes by heating them. Okay, what do you mean by the thermosetting plastics? Which are not possible to remold back again, which are not possible to remold again into a various shape and size, then it is said to be thermosetting plastics. So example, one more thing you should remember, what is the structure of an thermoplastic? In a sense, they are linear in the sense we can see here this part, what we can call as monomer. All the monomers are there, they are joining one another in the form of line. How they form? They join in terms of line, then it is said to be linear structure. Linear structure is exhibited by the thermoplastic. What about the thermosetting plastic? They are cross-linked structure. They are cross-linked structure, means you can see one monomer join with an four other monomer. So here in terms of thermoplastic, all the monomers join in terms of lines, whereas here they have a branch also, cross-linked structure. You can see the diagram here. Okay, this is about the thermosetting plastic. What do you mean by the thermoplastic? Which can be remolded on the heating or by softening, then it is said to be thermoplastic. Which plastics are not possible to remold back on the heating, then it is that kind of the plastic we can call as thermosetting plastic. Thermoplastic means which can be removed, thermosetting means which cannot be removed on the heating. What about the structure? What about the arrangement of the monomers? In terms of thermosetting means they have a linear structure. Similarly, in terms of thermosetting plastic, they have a cross-linked structure. Cross-linked structure is given by the thermosetting plastic. Example for the thermoplastic, we can give the PVC, polyvinyl chloride. PVC means polyvinyl chloride. Okay, we will discuss afterwards what are the properties of thermoplastic, what are the properties of thermosetting plastic. Thermoplastics are flexible, they can be remolded into various colors, various shapes. Remold, I am saying remold. Okay, PVC, you know about PVC pipe, we can use and we can melt again back, again we can convert it into a different forms. Okay, they are flexible. Okay, what about the thermosetting plastic? Thermosetting plastic example is bakelite and melamine. Thermosetting plastic, we can give the example like a bakelite, melamine, where they will use in electrical switches and floor tiles. They used to prepare different type of utensils. Teflon comes under the thermosetting plastic, where we can see this application, some different type of plumbing area like pipes, electrical wires, in different areas we can see the thermoplastic applications. Okay, this is about the kind of plastic. Okay, next we are going to discuss what are the impact of the plastic upon the environment. See, it means we can see the impact of the plastic on the environment. Now we are going to discuss what are the characteristics, properties of plastic? What are the characteristics of the plastic here? We can discuss first what are the advantages and what are the next we can discuss what are the disadvantages. First one advantage of the plastic is lightweight. Compared to the metal, plastics have a very less weight, okay, and we can transfer from one place to other place, okay. Instead of metal things, we can use a lightweight plastic also, durable. So as we know, metal if you left for a long time, it will be take a rust. Why? Because it can be react with air, water, or else moisture we can call, and it will be undergoes a corrosion. So instead of iron, we can use a plastic, okay. Next one is lower price. So as we know earlier, plastics are cheaper in cost compared to the other substances. That is also one of the advantages of the plastic. Next one is non-reactive. So we can see many chemicals in the laboratory. We can store in the plastic. Why? Because they are non-corrosive substance, means they cannot be react. They are not able to react. They are non-reactive substance with a different type of the chemicals. We can see different strong acids and strong base also we can store in the plastic because of their non-reactivity. So even you can see in your home, in olden days they used to store the pickles in the mud pots in many years back, but nowadays we can see they can keep a pickle in a plastic container just because of their non-reactivity. So what happens if we kept same thing in the metallic container? I mean pickles in the metallic container, in a sense, what happens? As we know, pickles are made up of sour substances. Definitely they contain acids. Definitely if you are storing them in the steel container, if you are going to store them in a steel container, what happens? Steel is a metal and we are adding acid in terms of pickles. Definitely there will be liberation of hydrogen gas. Definitely pickle is undergoing spoiling process. To avoid that, we can use a plastic. That is also called as non-reactive nature of the plastic. One more thing is poor conductor of heat and electricity. So what we can do? We can use like a safety material. We can use a hand gloves or other things to avoid the flowing of electricity. So we can see there will be coating upon the copper wire. We can see the electrical wire is coated by the plastic, okay, just because it is act as a insulator, means which is not going to allow the current, which is not going to allow the electricity to passes through them, okay. That is also one of the advantages of synthetic fiber, I mean plastic, okay. One of the advantages of plastic. What are the disadvantages? So first thing is non-degradable means it is not undergo the decomposition process when it is thrown into the soil. So as we know, vegetable waste, fruit waste, or other any waste material which is obtained by the nature, they will undergo the decomposition reaction. I mean they will be split into a small substance. So plastic is not undergo the decomposition reaction when we are thrown into the soil. That is also one of the disadvantages of the plastic. So because of this process, we can see very large number of waste plastic material in the environment, which causes the pollution. We are going to face a garbage problem when the plastic things are going to become more and more. First thing is that they are not undergo the degradation process. That's why we can see large number of plastic in the environment, which can create the pollution. Even though if you are going to burn the plastic, they will produce a very poisonous gas, different kind of the poisonous gas like a methane, carbon monoxide. These all very dangerous gases. As you know, carbon monoxide is called as slow poison, okay. These are the harmful gases are going to produce when we are going to burn plastic. This is also one of the disadvantages of the plastic. Next one is several years to decompose. So remember, once when you are going to throw the plastic in the environment, it is not undergo the decomposition. It means that it will undergo the decomposition after the many years later. It will take many years to decompose. It may be 100 years, it may be 1000 years. That's why it is somewhat harmful to the environment. Next one is animal. So animal also going to impact by the plastic. How it is possible? So generally we can see animal like a cow, pigs or other things, when they are going to eat a substance, edible substance present in the garbage. While eating, they can eat plastic also. We can see many cows are going to die because of swelling of polythene bags. When they are going to swell the polythene bags into they will enter into their respiratory system. Sometimes they are going to choke their respiratory system. They will block the respiratory system because of that they are going to die. Sometimes they will be enter into the stomach and they will create the lining in the stomach, which is again harmful to the animal. In this way they are going to kill the animals also. By inhaling this kind of material, animal can be die. This is also one of the disadvantages for the impact of the plastic for the animals. Even you can see in the rainy season, many drainage systems are going to block just because of presence of large number of plastic things in that area. So that is also one of the harmful effect of the plastic on the environment. So now we understood that what are the impact of the plastic upon the environment. Now how we can save the environment from the plastic. So we can use the formula, we can use the principles. Some principles are there called as 5R principle. Means we can follow the 5R system. Here R indicate, first one is R indicate 5 R's. Following by 5 R's we can save the environment from the plastic. So what we can do save the environment from the plastic? First thing is we can reuse the plastic. We can reuse the plastic. Every time we will go to the market and definitely we are going to bring a very large number of new polythene bags. Instead of that, from the home itself we can take the plastic bag to collect the different type of it may be groceries or vegetables, small things. We can bring the plastic bag from the home itself instead of taking every time new bags. So we can reuse the plastic, and almost all we can reduce the plastic. And next one is we can refuse also, means we can stop using the plastic also, recover, and we can recycle also. By using this 5R system we can save the environment from the pollution, from the plastic pollution. In this way we can save the environment. Okay, this is about the revision of the chapter synthetic fiber and plastic. First one, what we discussed? First we discussed what do you mean by the fiber, again kind of the fiber, again within the kind of fiber mainly we focused on the synthetic fiber. Synthetic fiber, then its four type of synthetic fiber we discussed, like Rayon, Neon, Acrylic and Polyester. Then after, what are the characteristics of an synthetic fiber, then after what are the advantages and disadvantages, then after we discussed about the plastic, kinds of the plastic, what are the characteristics, properties of plastic, and what are the impact of the plastic on the environment, and how we can save the environment by the plastic pollution. Okay, thank you for watching. Please go through the worksheets. Okay, if any queries, please connect with the respected teachers. Thank you.